Hello, everyone. I'm Emily May, and we're honoring Women's History Month here at Mission Pro Wrestling. And you've seen that we've been sharing some series of interviews and conversations with women in the ring and behind the scenes of Mission Pro Wrestling and across the wrestling industry. And I'm so excited to welcome Ref Layne today. Hello.
Hey,
How are you?
I'm good.
Oh, so we are celebrating Women's History Month here at Mission Pro Wrestling. And I am so excited to speak with you because you have been a part of Mission Pro Wrestling history. And so, how does it feel to be a part of this organization and to ref some incredible matches?
It feels amazing, to be honest, and it actually feels like a home for me now because of all of the amazing women and all the amazing matches that go on at Mission Pro. And it honestly feels like a safe space for the women in pro wrestling, and we get to show like what we can do, me as a referee and the women in the ring. And it's honestly history making because every facet of Mission Pro is about us women. And why not?
Definitely, it should be. So, we're celebrating Women's History Month throughout the month of March. But again, Mission Pro Wrestling is celebrating all year round. But if we specifically, we're looking at March, what does Women's History Month mean to you? How will you celebrate? And all of that.
Well, for myself, I will be within the month of March on my social media, my Instagram, I will be highlighting women in pro wrestling and in the world that have made a difference in my life and I feel like in history. What Women's History Month means to me is, celebrating the past, the present, and what the future may hold for women. Because if you look at the past, present, and future, it's just a crazy journey that we've been on, not as just women in professional wrestling, but women of the world. Like if you look at sports, entertainment, when they say who run the world, it's definitely a true statement lately. And if you look at like what women have done, even in the past of professional wrestling, down to women like Mae Young, women like Medusa. There's so many women that have paved the way for what we do now and what, women do in the ring now. Like even myself, it's been an amazing experience.
Yeah, I mean, this, like you said, there's women across the world, not just in the wrestling world, that have influenced us, that has changed the world, has paved paths for us to be where we are. And so, who are some of your female influences that have personally inspired you inside and outside of the wrestling industry?
Well, outside of the wrestling industry, it's been one big major force for me. And it's only ironic that her date of birth happened to have been in the month of March. And that was my late mom, Angie, who taught me that, and it's been the biggest life lesson I've learned over the past few months is either you can shatter or you can survive. And she taught us girls and how to survive, how to be fighters. And no matter what you're going through in life, that, you can move past it and the sky's the limit, basically. And pro wrestling wise, that has changed over the last few. It was one set of women, but I think it pertains to still the same general subject is one is our very own Thunder Rosa. To be honest with you, that woman sticks up for us women like there is no tomorrow. You
100%.
know, and fights for us to get the respect that we not only deserve but should have had all along. The other woman in pro wrestling, I have to give a huge shout out to for Women's History Month and what she's done for the women of professional wrestling, and I don't think she gets enough praise for it, is Lexi Fife. Big time. That woman is like the mom of the Shimmer locker room, the mom to all of us girls, and what she does for Shimmer and for women's wrestling. She's an unsung hero to me, and I think that she's a major influence in my life, in and out of wrestling as well. So it's both.
Yeah, I mean, that's incredible. We're so lucky to have so many amazing female influences around us. I mean, you've been in the locker room at Mission Pro. You've been reffing some matches, seen the incredible talent that have been around us. What have you witnessed firsthand the effect Mission Pro has had on the community around us, the women involved, and where do you see Mission Pro going back to women in
I,
the
I
industry?
feel like to be honest with you, Mission Pro, the sky's the limit on what Mission Pro can accomplish, because look at how many stars of the future, stars of now that have come in and out of that locker room so far. You know, they've given a safe space and a platform for a lot of women's talent that may not have been given the chance to before to catapult from Mission Pro to television, like an AEW, like an NWA, like even WWE. So it's been amazing to see what people would quote unquote think an independent would be, to see what we've become. You know what I mean? Like, to me, that's the biggest thing that I've learned from Mission Pro. And that's the biggest honor that I have, reffing some of the matches that I have and seeing some of the people that I've seen around. And then they're on, like I said, NWA, AEW. It's been amazing to see. And honestly, it inspires me. Please, Mission Pro has even helped catapult my own career. So I am internally forever grateful.
I mean, it's been incredible watching everyone's journey, and you have been worked with have worked with some incredible companies, and as a ref like that, you definitely, as a ref, you've broken down barriers, and you have fought for our round, and that's been an incredible journey. And so, as you reflect on Women's History Month, like, has there been a pivotal moment for you as you were going through your journey as a referee that solidified kind of who you are in this world?
It's been two different moments. One was actually the first time I ever worked with Mission Pro when we did Taco Fest in Jacksonville. To me, I was feeling in my feelings like, okay, I want to get to another level of the independence. I want to venture outside of the places that I have worked. And then doing the Taco Fest and being around all of you amazing girls, it honestly catapulted my career and my confidence, to be honest with you, because that changed the game for me. And like I said, I'll forever be grateful. And the other one was doing the Knockouts Knockdown pay-per-view. That was another highlight for me, and a barrier that honestly I didn't even think I'd ever have that. And I'm just like, okay, so here we are, you're doing it. And being the first Latin female to referee there, was pulled on my heartstrings. I cried. I was like, wait, me? So like, I don't say these things out of like ego and things like that. It's more like, wait a minute, that happened to me? I'm a blessed woman. Like, I'm so grateful that's why I cried, because I'm like, Mission Pro didn't have to take the chance on me, and they did. Impact didn't have to take the chance on me, and they did. And if it wasn't because of places like a Mission Pro, I don't know where my career would have been, because honestly, like I said, it gave me the jump start to my confidence in the ring as a referee. It gave me what I like to say, my stripes. Like, I felt like I earned them that weekend in that sun.
You definitely did. I remember you definitely did. So as someone that has been a referee in the industry, and there's many young girls and women that look up to you, and so what's some advice that you would give them, either life advice, or anyone that wants to get involved in the wrestling world?
First thing I would always say, and it took me years to learn this one myself, be yourself. Be proud, rock who you are, and own it. Be confident in the person that you are, because once you lose your confidence, you'll lose everything else. That was a big life lesson for me to learn, there's nobody else that's going to be me. So why am I trying to be everybody else when who I am is not only good enough, but it's amazing and it's wonderful and it deserves to be celebrated. And don't let anybody place barriers on you. That's my second one. The sky is the limit. You just have to believe that you can, and you're already halfway there. So work for it and own it.
That's beautiful. That is so important to remember every single day. Even when you're just navigating life, that's important. So
100%.
yeah. So I've been kind of asking a lot of the women that I've been chatting with for Women's History Month, what are like 3 words that encapsulate and describe who you are?
I am a survivor. I am spunky. And me. Just me.
I love that. I love that. That's so beautiful. I think, yeah, I was like, I think your pets are having a fun time.
Yeah, he wanted to be in the fun too.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much again for having this conversation with me about your journey. And as we celebrate Women's History Month throughout March, you can subscribe to Mission Pro Wrestling's YouTube channel and all of our social media platforms and watch all of our new content. And for more information on all of our upcoming shows, you can go to missionprowrestling.net or shows on Network. Thank you so much, Layne, for joining me. I
Thank
appreciate
you.
you and for being a part of the Mission Pro family.
Hearts always. I am so proud and honored to be a part of the fam.